Just adjusting my light and my phone here. Is that good? Okay, so tips and tricks in meditating, and then we'll do like a meditation. One thing you don't particularly need that you can find all over the web is a guided meditation. You can do a guided meditation if you want. You can have a meditation app if you want. You don't need these things. Mind you, in saying that too, there are numerous ways of doing meditation. Seated meditation is one of the best ones that I can suggest. And so, one of the meditation is yoga. It's not yoga. Yoga is kind of built around meditation. Buddhism is kind of built around meditation. But with seated meditation, one of the things you're trying to aim for is kind of a posture. Just like you would do like a tree pose in like yoga or something. So you don't need to particularly follow any particular set rule. You can meditate in a chair. You can meditate whilst walking or something. But kind of one of the best ways to do it is just kind of like to just sit in that, like just sit. You don't really need to do much else than just sit. I'm also a fan of chanting. I use my Buddha beads to chant, but if you can get into a full lotus is the best posture. You don't have to be in full lotus though. There's been lots of times where I dropped out of full lotus because one leg is slipping off the other, and I'm not going to be able to fix that in this current moment. Or I've done kind of a sat like a child, like kind of like this sort of thing. This is okay momentarily. If you can get yourself up higher, like get your kind of body up higher like that with like putting a cushion between your legs, that's more beneficial. But this will take the pressure off the bottom of the legs somewhat. You can do like a Thai style, kind of where you sit like this. That's a bit hard in the back because it leaves the back a bit crooked. Oh, it feels a bit good in my back right now. You can do Burmese. So you can kind of lay the, I'm not very good at Burmese, but you can lay the legs out kind of like, get yourself up high like that. Some people use a meditation bench. So some people have like a literal bench. You see in like old Chan halls and stuff like that, sometimes they'll have a bench right up against the wall and a cushion on the bench, and they'll literally just come and just like sit on the bench and put their back up, not usually put their back up against the wall, just kind of like lean out. Very much similar as if you're sitting in a chair. You can do half lotus, which is one that I often succumb to because my legs won't do, I have a hard time getting my legs into full lotus, especially if I'm not focusing on it. Like if I'm talking, like if I'm sitting on the floor and I've got a cushion on my butt, I tend to sit like this because talking is a lack of focus, and then I can't get over the pain in the legs with the lack of the focus kind of going on. So onto your back, you kind of want to feel a lot of the time, oh, that feels good, that you're pushing the ceiling up with the crown of your head. If you could, the idea isn't really to like hurt yourself in this posture. The idea is more like trying to get like a straight spine and get your shoulders back kind of thing. Because if you can get a good posture in meditation, and you know that you've gotten a good posture in meditation because the air flows in and out with ease. If you can get the air to flow in and out with ease, like you're not working to have a breath, then the mind will kind of like subside, and then you will just be sitting in ease. It will just all be incredibly easy. One of the things that often happens before that thing sort of the mind starts quieting down is that like you'll get a thought, and before you get this thought, you'll swallow. That's very common. That's just how the human brain works. But you kind of know that you're sinking into this calmness, this stillness, through going through these different tics, you know. You can put the tongue up to the front of the teeth, and that'll kind of keep you from salivating. If you're salivating a lot, that's usually how I was taught, and that's kind of my practice. But it's actually good to like swallow in that process. Clearing. We'll stick to the body posture. Sometimes it's good to kind of like lean back a bit. That kind of like opens up the shoulders, and then you bring your kind of face down to like a 45-degree angle kind of thing. So you're kind of like looking at it a bit like this, and then you want to like shut the eyes a little bit. Bring the eyes down to not a slit, like not like you're just peeking through a pinhole, but more of like just like everything is just a little fuzzy and kind of like faded out, so that you don't have this like full vision. You know, kind of like you bring your eyelids down past the majority of your pupil kind of thing. Then your hands. One of the reasons why I wear the Buddha beads, I mean, I use them with meditating sometimes. There's nothing wrong with having your hands out more. Like a lot of Buddhist teachers will teach you that you have to do this mudra, like this mudra. You can. There is kind of something to having your thumbs just so close together yet not quite touching, almost so like you could pull a piece of paper through it without it sticking. That is kind of very much an aspect of concentration, very much an aspect of focus. You know, you kind of sit in meditation, you kind of like go out of focus, and in the process of going out of focus, you become very focused, you know, until almost like a single pointed kind of focus. So you can put your hands together in this mudra. You can do the Thai version or the Theravada version where you just lay one hand over the other. You can lay your hands out to the side if that's more comfortable. But getting a good posture, a good upright posture, is really important. Now, if you cannot, like you have scoliosis or something, getting a good meditation